the prophecy of where the great battle will take place and all the nations will gather. According to St. Kosmas of Etolia, Patriarch Kosmas also passed through an area in Pieria, northern Greece, towards Albania. At the time it was called the Drianica, and there he preached and taught under a walnut tree to the crowds that gathered. And while he was teaching, he stopped for a moment and looked towards Salonika of northern Greece, which is visually opposite Moschopotamos, but a considerable distance. The saint wept and said, "Blessed are those who dwell at the foot of Mount Olympus." And this is what St. Kosmas in Kyria, Mount Olympus said. 1. The time will come when they will tell you to cover yourself with a mark of Satan. Do not cover yourself. If you cover yourself and hide under the ox's horn, they will find you. Obviously, he means the mark of the Antichrist 666. 2. They can take your body, but they cannot take your soul unless you give it to them. 3. The time will come when the Russian people will descend and go to Israel, where there will be a war, and a tridentine heifer will be woven. It will be a regular army. You will not suffer any time from it. 3-year heifer. 4. But from the rebels, the guerrillas, you'll suffer a lot. If they pass through Avlona, joy to Macedonia. If they pass through Macedonia, woe to Macedonia. What evil is going to happen? Wealth will be seized, people will be done away with, great evil will happen. 5. Protect trees and forests like your children. Every tree will save a person. 6. The bag of salt should be hung day and night on the doorstep. When you leave, it will hit you in the head to remember to take it. Salt and vegetables you eat so you don't die. 7. The time will come when soulless birds and soulless horses will appear. We're talking about airplanes, of course, and tanks and things like that. These will destroy the world and will perish. Planes and tanks he was referring to. We know that St. Kosmas lived about 1750. 8. You will not have horses. The horses will disappear from here. You will catch yeast again from Sumerca. The news recently reported that wild horses were found in Sumerca and Pindos. They multiplied from abandoned horses. 9. The more the world turns away from God, the more evil it will experience. St. Kosmas in Pori of Mount Olympus said, 10. You will see a horseless carriage on the plain running faster than a rabbit. That's, of course, cars. 11. You will see 40 horses tied to a stake. 12. They will see each other and talk while the distance will be far, immeasurable, but they will talk as if they were close. We're talking here about mobile phones, right? Or even telephones. 13. With a single thread, the whole world will be united and they will speak. We're talking about cables, of course. The time of electricity, telephones. 14. He looked at the forest. He said, bless them 3 times, and said, blessed forests, they will save many souls. Meaning, of course, that people could be able to hide in the forests. 15. The crowd will thin out and you will be running for days to find a priest to bless you. 16. The enemy will be defeated again. The world will be liberated. 17. Thieves will be gone from the mountains, but they will come at noon, dressed and barefoot to rob you. 18. The enemy will come again. He will be treated in a mild manner. He will be pursued by the 3 great forces. In his fight, he will be so ferocious that even a cat he finds in front of him will be slaughtered. 19. His stay will not be long. Pray that it will not be winter so that you can flee to the mountains. In Kolindros in Pieria, 1. Thieves will come with shoes. 2. Birds with iron noses and wings will fly. Again, he's referring to planes here. 3. Iron horses will come out running very fast. I guess cars. 4. The robbers will leave the mountains and descend to the cities. 5. The whole world will be tied with a wire. guess he's talking about the internet here. 6, the desired will come when two great Christian holidays coincide. 7, there will be a great war, lucky are those who will be on the slopes of Olympus. 8, pray that the war will not take place in winter, woe then to the poor, the sick, and the pregnant women. 9, a very big war will start from a small state. 10, the great battle will take place in Constantinople, that's today's Istanbul. There all the states will gather and the buffalo calf will be bathed in blood. 11, in this great battle the blonde race will emerge victorious. We will be with the blonde race, it said. 12, the world out of misery and terror will cry out, come out, you dead, so that we, the living, may come in. They're talking about taking refuge in tombs here. 13, the antichrists will leave but will come again. Then you will chase them to the red apple tree. 14, build schools so that the people may learn letters. With them the race will be redeemed. In every village one church is enough. The second one should become a school. 15, that's because people were illiterate at that time. We're talking about 1750. 15, the fountains will run dry and the rivers will become dirty. 16, your plates will be full but the food will not be eaten. 17, people will sit at the table together but will not get along. 18, the doors will be closed, people will be afraid to go out. 19, the war will begin in a small Ottoman state, we're talking about somewhere in Turkey. In the end, the Christians will win. 20, the Greeks will go to war last for gravediggers, orthodoxy will win. 21, those who live on the slopes of Olympus will be spared this war and will eat with golden spoons. 22, we will see and experience Sodom and Gomorrah in our own land. 23, humanity will perish, man will meet man after walking for many kilometers, many miles. 24, refugees from the east will be brought to the aid of Macedonia. 25, you have become wise one day for your heads. 26, do not touch and tempt the wine and the oil. 27, when the Egnatia road is completed, that's a highway north of Greece, the troops will pass through it. The head of the troops will reach Constantinople, that's today's Istanbul, and the tail will be in Vloria. 28, at night we will sleep peacefully, in the morning we will see the streets filled with foreign people. 29, the yards will one day be filled with scrap metal, abandoned due to fuel or cars perhaps, lack of fuel. 30, the time will come when brother will kill brother and father his son. 31, hang a bag of bread or wheat and salt behind your door. You never know when evil will come, so you can take it with you. Opening the door will remind you of it. 32, the illiterate will bring evil. 33, England will one day be confined to its island. 34, when war breaks out in Dalmatia and the marked man appears, the protagonist of the abominations, obviously here he's referring to Antichrist, and the end of the world will be near. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is from a book by Lazarus Sakyiridis. Thank you. My Patreon account, the daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.